Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Narlo here. Say hello to everyone, Narlo. Good boy. When last we had left off, we had been traveling with Nona back from the site of the fallen fell beast. We were traveling, trying to get back to, is it Stangard, I think is the name of the Rohirrim settlement down there, and she was attacked by the weakened Black Rider and stabbed with what we were afraid might be a fell blade, but it seems like she has survived it. And she was brought here to the houses of healing with Galadriel and Celeborn. Now we have Book 7, Chapter 1. Which is the land of the Elf Queen. We need to go talk to Nona atop the ladder leading down from the flat. Alright, we will do that. Let's see if we can find her. Looks like her arrow is right around to the left. So maybe we need to go around this way to see her. It is no easy thing to look in my mirror. Nope, it is not. It's no easy thing to find the way around to where your ladder is either. So, do we have to go around the walk platform here? It's like so. I was worried that this was just a series of flats leading down like we have on one other place. Hello, Nona. You are looking not too worse for wear. Let us go ahead and talk to you.
They tell me I was close to death. I remember very little of it.
Oh, very weak. Her face is awful pale, too. Look at her face and hands. She looks very pale. A very sickly voice there. Nona smiles weakly at you. They tell me I was close to death, Narlo. I remember very little of it. I remember a creeping shadow and a chill cold as ice, and... Her eyes narrow. The men of that town would not heal me unless I gave them my sword, but you spoke against it, and so did that man. What was his name? Horn? I should thank him for that kindness, even though he is of the horse folk, and we should not trust them too far. The lady of the Elf Woods told me I could see her city before we departed, if I were well enough. I tell you I am. This place is a marvel, though my own people would not wish to live here. Bring me to some of the notable locations of the city, Narlo. We have some time before we must depart, do we not? So we're going to talk to Hurien at Celurian, the White Fountain of Caras Galadhon. Talk to Ludros on the Talain Galadrim, and talk to Anglamel on the Talain Methlin. All right. We will try that. Let us also remember that the Summerfest is going on, as you see right there. We do have some instances coming up. I'm hoping to do the picnic instance, and we'll see how that goes. All right, so we have climbed down the ladder, perhaps. Yep, parched elf. So we need to find our way down and find these three: Hurin, Ludlus, and Anglamel. Are they showing on the map anywhere? Let's see, how things have we got? We got all lit up. So we will find out. There's the Talon. The company's pavilion. That would have been a nice place to visit. The House of Celeborn. Alright, we'll head on down to the ground and then try and find some of these places. I think the Talons, the Flets, will be the easiest ones to find because they all seem to be named. See, when we were coming from Celeborn and Galadriel's house, this is kind of what I figured that the little small Flets were going to do. They were just going to lead us down and around and back down to the ground. So let us come on around and see if we can find the fountain. Is that one of the people? Hurien. Yep. Let's go talk to Hurien. I was thinking that was the white fountain there. Alright, Hurien, where'd you go? There you are. Let's go and talk to you. Such a beautiful place. Wouldn't want to live here, but it's a nice place to visit. Kind of like Vegas for the free folk.
This is a place of quiet contemplation.
This is Silurlin, the White Fountain of Karas Galathon. It is a place for quiet contemplation, where elves of Lorien are free to enjoy the sound of the water in the pool and the feel of soft breezes on the skin. Hurrian looks at Nona dismissively, and you can tell that despite Galadriel's words, not every elf is pleased. Where is Nona? Where is she looking at her? Is she like bathing in the fountain? What the hell? Not every elf is pleased to have the Dunlending girl within the borders of Lorien. Others can admire the fountain as well, of course. Hurrian finishes with a sniff. There she is. Nona admires the delicate carving of the swan fountain.
My people would not build such a thing. What would be the point?
I cannot picture this fountain in Lanuk. My people would not build such a thing. What would be the point? Okay. Let us go to the Telain Galadron. Let's see on the map where that might be. It's the Telain Methlin. Melthlin. Is that one of the ones we had to find? That's one of the ones we had to find. So that one is almost directly north of us. We will head that next since we know where it is. Is that... Are we getting a... Yep, that's the one. So we need to find our way up to the flet. It's probably this ladder. And let's see who we have up here. Methlin? Okay, you're around somewhere. Where are you at? Are you up above us? Looks like you might be up above us. Let's climb the one that swirls around the bole of the tree here. We'll admire the view while we're up here as well. Elevators, people. Elevators would be nice. Even Kelethin had elevators. Okay. Anglamel. I don't know if I've ever been up here before. I don't remember that bridge there at all. This actually looks kind of like Kelethin with the bridges going by, and once again the distinctive lack of any sort of guardrail.
We see so few visitors to Karas Galathon.
I am sorry, we see so few visitors to Karas Galathon that our hospitality is perhaps not what it should be. It must seem a very confusing place, with flets built on multiple levels of the Great Melin, with winding stairs and bridges crossing the breezy gaps. Anglamel laughs, a delicate musical sound. You catch Nona's brief scowl at the hairy tones, but Anglamel does not. I have heard it said that Karas Galathon is a maze-like as the cities of the dwarves. But if this slander is true, at least our maze is above the ground, lit by the glow of the sun and the cool glimmer of the stars. I would forgive any amount of confusion for those dual boons. Right. Nona looks out into the void between flets and says nothing.
It is a wonder, I will grant you that.
When did the elves find the time to construct such a place? It is a wonder, I will grant you that. But I prefer the homes of my people. Alright. So at this point, we have to find the Telain Galadron. Let's see where it might be. Is that the one all the way? Yep, that's the one all the way due south of us. Can we get there from here? Maybe. Let's try traveling this way through the breezeways and see if maybe we can get over there. Anything here? No? Looks like one below us, perhaps. Wonder if this ladder will take us down to that level. I could try my safe drop, but let's try this way first and see if that's a legit way to get through. Are we still not down on the level of the walkway? There we go. That's the one we were seeing up there. This though at the Talan Bingad. Alright. It looks like it's the one directly west of us. Nope, it's still southeast of us. So we need to go this way if we can. And I don't think there's a way over there. Ooh, can we make that jump? Where is my safe fall? Right there. Let's give it a try. I have never... Hey. Oh, well, apparently not. Apparently we do still have a bit of a limit to how far we can go. Alright, where are we at? Lothlorien Sentinel. Are we outside of the city? We are outside of the city. We're all the way up there at Karen Amroth. Alright, folks. Well, we're going to make our way around the city, back over to... around the city and back over to the gates of Karas Galathon here. And then we'll go back into the... to see the last of the places we're going to be showing Nona. So we will see you again whenever we get back inside. We have made it back into Karas Galathon. And science, we've learned just an idea about how far we can jump. Alright, you see we're right there. This is going to be the Talan Galathon. Or Galadrim, sorry, the Talan Galadrim. And another one that apparently the walkway goes all the way to the ground. So let's go on up and see what we have to learn up here and what Nona will have to say about that. See if the elves are a little bit more friendly like the last one was, or whether they're going to be more of a type of attitude that first elf had. This is a long damn walkway. Alright, where are we at? See if we can find the one that we're supposed to talk to. Very north of the map. Yeah, you notice time has changed a little bit. I had to go and have a little bit of breakfast while I was running back, so took about, I guess, 10-15 minutes before we got back in here. So a little bit more sunlight, not quite as much of the enchanted twilight here. Ludrus.
The Malon trees of Lothlorien are the mightiest to be found anywhere.
The Malon trees of Lothlorien are the mightiest to be found anywhere in these, the waning years of Middle-earth. It was once not so, but the passage of time and the spreading of darkness has caused much that was once great to wither and diminish. So it would be with the elves were we to stay. Already we have stayed too long. Ludrus looks sideways at Nona, but she seems not to notice. It would soon be the time of man, and who can say how that race would deal with the challenges that lie ahead? As we said before, the challenges that you elves created. These Malon support the Talan Galadrim, the flats on which much of the work of our city is done. Without them, little could be accomplished. I hope the same will not be said of the elves when we have departed. Nona observes the mighty malon trees, but says nothing.
Galadriel wanted to speak with you in her garden?
Galadriel wanted to speak with you in her garden? For an elf, she seems to have a great deal of inner strength. She reminds me of a matriarch of the Algreg. Okay, so talk to Galadriel in her garden. We won't jump this time. We'll take the actual walkway down, unless there's a ladder somewhere. So, in the meantime, we will meet you when we get over to Galadriel's garden, which on the map is right over here in this area. So we'll see you when we've traveled over to the west of it. Or east. East. We'll see you when we travel over to the east a little bit. We have traveled around the bowl of the mighty trees and all there. There's actually a path that, as you see, we went from here all the way around this path to the northern edge of her garden. And we've discovered it. You have discovered Galadriel's garden. So we are actually going to do a travelogue. First one we have done in a while. So let's go ahead and zoom in, and I will get that out of the way here. Galadriel's garden. This pleasant garden is where Galadriel keeps her most unusual and mysterious possession, the Mirror of Galadriel. And we've returned. Got the travelogue. I'm amazed we've never actually gotten this entry before. Let's go on down into her garden. I don't think I've ever been here during the daylight before either. It's always seemed to have been during a nighttime cutscene. All the cutscenes seem to have happened at nighttime and in the twilight. So let us talk to her. There's the famous mirror. And let's talk to the lady and see what she has to say.
I hope you enjoyed your respite.
I hope you enjoyed your respite, Narlo. It brings me sadness to tell you it must be ended. Let's zoom out in case Nona shows up. Alright, finished chapter 1. Now into chapter 2, the point of decision. I spoke to you once of the danger that awaited our mutual friends on their road, Narlo. Their circumstances are hidden to me, but I have seen enough in my mirror to worry. Those few of the wise who knows of their errand have known a simple truth since they departed. As they move further south, they move closer to a point of decision they can delay but not avoid. They cannot leave the great river without making this decision. Do they continue south and east to Mordor, or do they pass through cities of men and thereby take a longer road to the fire? The ring-bearer must go to Mordor, but who would choose to go with him? I fear for the company, Narlo. Peer into my mirror and see if the visions for you are as troubling as they are for Galadriel. Okay. You have anything to say?
Peer into the mirror.
Alright, let us peer into the mirror of Galadriel here. Ooh, the point of decision. Time has come for Frodo to make an important decision. Okay, I think actually we're going to stop it there rather than make this an extra long one. We'll just make it a two-parter. So I will join Frodo in them in just a little while, and that will be in the next episode. So until then, enjoy the Summerfest. That is some serious hair you got going on there, my lady. Y'all enjoyed the Summerfest, and I will see you in part 2.